vegetarians can't build muscle. I've heard this my whole life. I've never eaten meat, and when I started lifting, even my own friends told me that I wasn't gonna grow without meat. Now I am 170 pounds and still 100% vegetarian. Let me show you how I did this. 4 years ago, when I started lifting, I was 120 pounds and I had no idea what I was doing. I was a skinny fat kid and I hated it. I knew that I could not look like this forever. So I had to do something. So I started the gym. Back then, my friends were like, Raj, you're gonna have to start eating meat to grow because you need protein. I had no idea what they were talking about, so I looked into it. I looked into vegetarians and bodybuilding. My friends had some truth in what they were talking about. Vegetarians have a harder time growing when it comes to bodybuilding. Like a noticeably harder time to grow. But there is good news. It's not impossible. I have been lifting consistently for 4 years. I've transformed my physique from being 120 pounds to 170 pounds. That gain is largely muscle, some fat, but largely muscle. I have been vegetarian throughout the entire process and I will continue to be vegetarian. I am living proof that vegetarians, in fact, can build muscle. It just takes the right strategy. First step is understanding the basics of protein. I've already made a video on how much protein you should get in per day and why, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna tell you. For all lifters, no matter who you are, you need to get in at least 0.6 grams to 1 grams per pound of body weight, or 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. If you are skinny fat, you need to be aiming for 1.2 grams per pound. Because we are vegetarians, we literally don't get enough protein in unless you are trying to get protein in. If you're not trying to get protein in, you're not gonna hit the number. As an Indian, I eat whatever my mom makes. Unless I am trying to get protein in, I'm not gonna get it in because whatever she makes typically does not have enough protein in. This is not good. If you want to get protein, you have to want to get protein in. You actually have to try. We are vegetarians. It is way harder for us to just naturally kind of get protein in. If you don't want it, it's not happening. Second step, what to eat for protein. When I first started lifting, I had no idea what to eat. I was just like meat eaters in the sense that I thought that vegetarians had no good protein sources. I was wrong. Let me tell you a few of them. First section is dairy. Things like paneer, milk, yogurt, and the golden boy, whey protein. Second section is nuts. Almonds, cashews, peanuts, and my favorite, peanut butter. Side note is, if you are on a cut, peanut butter is very high in calories, so this is probably not something you're gonna wanna eat. Third section is legumes, however you say it. Chickpeas, chana, rajma beans, kidney beans, black beans. This is probably my favorite section because if you cook it the right way, usually Indians are able to cook it the right way, this is the tastiest section. The fourth section is grains and oats. There's also another section of tofu and soy. I don't eat soy. I don't recommend it. There have been studies to show that soy products are estrogenic. And there are also other studies showing the exact opposite in that they are not estrogenic and they're okay to eat. I don't want to risk it, so I just avoid soy altogether if possible. And that is what I recommend to you. These are just some of the foods you should be eating. There are also more foods such as my favorite, eggs. Eggs, not every vegetarian eats eggs. I am one of the kinds of vegetarian that does eat eggs. I am called a lacto-ovo vegetarian. Lacto means I drink milk. Ovo means I eat eggs. Vegetarian, I'm vegetarian. I think eggs are a super food. They have incredible macros and a lot of proteins for being such a small food. They're also low in calories. So if you're on a cut, this is an excellent choice. But I understand that if some types of vegetarians don't eat this, so you can't eat this. If you can get past it and implement it into your diet, I think it is an excellent choice. The third step is workout and recovery. Vegetarian or not, this is something all lifters need to understand and implement into their routine. Intention and intensity. If your mind is wandering during your sets, you will not grow as much because you are not connecting with your muscles. Mind-muscle connection. If you are not pushing yourself as hard and you are not progressively overloading during your workouts, you aren't giving your body a good enough reason to grow. That is intensity. The other half of the equation is recovery. If you train with intention and intensity, it does not matter if you don't recover properly. American IFBB pro bodybuilder Mike Mentzer has once said, if you don't rest enough, you don't grow enough. Train hard, recover harder. That's it right there. Those are the 3 steps you need if you are a vegetarian bodybuilder to get bigger. And remember, do not let the typical copes get to you. My mom only makes sabzi rotli. Our diet has too many carbs and not enough protein. You need to figure it out yourself. Vegetarians can still bulk, get strong, and get jacked. A quick Google search will show you a big list of vegetarian bodybuilders. Nimai Delgado, Anil Kumar, Torrey Washington. There is a huge list of these people, and a lot of these guys take it a step further than I do and are vegans. You can still get jacked. It just takes intentional eating. Don't be like me and waste years just eating random stuff. We are vegetarian. If you want to get protein in, you have to want to get protein in. You know what to do. Get up and get after it.